Bonjour to you all. So it's your boy Stiga Jr. here, and I would like to invite you and welcome you to the youth chat. And don't forget, this is from the Voice of Talent. Don't forget to hit that bell on the YouTube channel and also like that page on our Facebook page. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all excited about today because today I'm going to learn a lot because what we are talking about today, it's what I'm going through. So we are going to talk about the stage of adolescence. Yeah? I'm sure everybody here is very excited and we are going to get to know more experiences about what they have gone through. But before I go far, let us get to know the people we are with today. Yes.
Hello, hello. My name is Woto Andrew, and I'm so excited to be on the youth chat. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, yeah. Next.
I'm Gloria, and I'm also excited to be here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jackson Joe. I'm so glad to be here at the youth chat here in our studios. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, all of you, for introducing yourselves. So, those are the great people that we are having in the studios today, and we are going to explore the wonderful, the most dangerous stage of a human being. Me, I believe, because this is when we make a lot of mistakes. This is when we enjoy a lot of life. Some even don't enjoy at all, but
Do you
nevertheless,
have some people who don't enjoy?
there are some people who never enjoy it. We are going to get to know them because there are some people who thought they enjoy it, but they never enjoy it.
Maybe when
So-
you live abroad.
so, yes, no, there are those guys whom their parents lock them inside the house and they live the solitude life. That's also a part of the adolescence. So, anyway, why are we talking a lot? Let us get straight to the point. So, my first question, guys. I'm in adolescence stage. I've gone through some things, but I'm sure I'm still going through a lot. Yeah, so you guys, it's upon you today to prepare me and some youth out there watching us. So, what is adolescence in your point of view? Yes, and
To my understanding, it's a feeling that a young person gets uh, from his or her childhood to an adult. Yeah.
interesting, interesting. So, hope all of you agree with that. Anyone wants to add anything? Gloria wants to add anything. You want to add anything? Yeah, but they should not. It's a feeling. Not that.
What I know is adolescence starts from like 9 years. No, nine. This days it's as 7 to 19. To 19 years. That's it.
That's how tricky. Yeah, that's how tricky adolescence these days runs a lot. And because I'm sure in our parents' ages, it used to start like at 12 there. Then the generation started changing. Then some people started on 9, Kati. Now we are on 7. I don't want to think about this, how it will go to 5 years. That is P1.
The next generation.
The next generation.
It will be on phone. Because you find a young child is using a smartphone.
At 4 years.
At 4 at 4 years.
1 year.
Uh,
1 year they start.
That is when someone said, "Where is this world going?" Kumaga. So just know, adolescence. There's a lot of questions that come with adolescence, because like as you've all said, adolescence is this stage where a lot of feelings come into a youth person, but it connects you to puberty. So, though at some point where it becomes dangerous, me, like the little I know, girls start it before than the boys. They get it more faster before the boys, which is also kind of dangerous because girls are kind of fragile for this stage than the boys, and yet they start it more faster than the boys. Anyway, God is plan. You don't know. So
Want to argue about that?
I don't want to argue now. That's when you get hit by lightning. So, to reach on a straight talk, because there is a lot that I want to know. There's a lot I really want to know. But straight to what I really want to know about adolescence. What do you think? Yeah, you have heard it's from 9 to 19. Though there are those people who stretch to 24. There's some people who stretch to 24. It's kind of very tricky. That's some research I made. So what do you think between 9 to 24? Okay, to 19. To you, let us run through. What was the most dangerous age of all those years? Yes, Andrew, from you, we run. What was
I
the most dangerous
I think the
age?
dangerous age was uh, 14.
14.
14. I was so stubborn. I was very stubborn. Like, yeah.
That looks like P6.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I start I think it makes you to think that you are more sharp, you know. So 14 I was like, yeah, I know more, you know. So I can do all things, you know. So I was so stubborn and you know. So I could do things not in the right way. So I remember so well. I used to do sports, but still I could disturb my coaches because I could bring jokes, you know. Also, I could fight, you know, like I wanted to have my own kingdom, you know, and also having the guys, you know, but you know what now, you know. So we had that saying that I know. So I think it started with us. I know, I know. So everyone who could say I know, it means you know. So that could boost you to to do things. So yeah.
Yes, Glory. What was that age?
My age, the age, I don't remember very well.
The most dangerous age.
The most, because I know from childhood I was very dangerous. So,
So from
yeah.
one,
So I don't, yeah, because I remember even mommy used to tell me stories when I was young.
so
So,
you don't remember when you went to Pro Max? Dangerous.
I, dangerous, I don't know. I don't know.
How we can summarize it to all ages.
I don't know. Because even when I was young, I even used to climb trees, steal people's what?
Which place was that?
Anyway,
In town we don't have we don't
when I was, no, when we were at Bethany.
Finally, you have different place.
I remember even my dress. I used to have a slit. I used to move with a needle, and they told me that slit is so long, and I used to sew it on top like this, teaching them that don't tell me. I know it. I even see it. So, so I can't tell you the worst.
The worst part of it,
It was all worse.
I think it was just growing, you know.
It was just starting.
It was in a stage, yeah? It was in a stage.
Yes, Jackson. Yes.
For me, my adolescent stage it kick-started when I was 13 years old. That's when
What was the dangerous one?
the dangerous one was actually when I was warned not to go to a movie hall. Like
Which age?
that was when I'd made now 14 to 15 there. Man, things were not easy on my side. I was such a stubborn guy, and I remember one day my mom tells me, Jackson, I don't want to see you in Chibanda. And you know, Chibanda, of course, these are local cinemas where, you know, we go and pay our 500 shillings and then we watch these beautiful movies. And so I remember my mother cautioned me of not going there since I was growing up. But when I made 15 years, man, I wanted to discover myself. I wanted to know what takes place in Chibanda. And guess what? When I entered, my first time entering Chibanda, I actually flocked in, minus paying any coin. I just had to flock in there and I sat So when the time of collecting money came, man, it was such a bazaar then. When the time came of collecting money, I had to look. Have you ever seen someone who look so blue? Have you ever seen looking at a blue color? So I looked at the blue color instead of looking at a normal human. I looked at the blue color and I was like, I don't have the money. The guy was like, okay, you don't have the money? Let me come back for you. You know that? Let me come back for you. So the guy went collecting money and then he came back. Man, do you know what happened next? The guy gave me a huge engolo. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it was a huge ngolo on my head. Eh? You see that? Eh? So he gave me the hot ngolo on my head. I don't know how I can explain it to the audience. Ngolo. You guys, I don't know. The guy just gave me a knock on the head too. And I realized that, hey, I haven't cleared the money. So what was the next thing? The next thing was to run out of the chibanda. But guess what? Things happen. The friends who were around who paid money, they actually went and reported me at home. The very friend, the very age mates went and reported me. Yeah, he went in a shibanda. Moreover, I grew up in a holy setting, a church setting, a Christian family where my mother was so holy. We could do everything holy. Even dressing, you could dress so holy. But now the boys in Shibanda had to go and report me. Now you see? So I fall in a ditch. Man, I had to go home, and then now when I reached at home, my mother pretended as if nothing was going on. And guess what happened? My mother locks the door. After I had entered in the house, she just locks the door, and then, she had prepared rice and meat, That was a big party for me, because she knew that today there's going to be a cane. But the cane is because of the stubbornness of this guy and disobedient. He was so disobedient. So he had to first give me, she had to first give me food, good food. I enjoyed. After enjoying, I saw Mama standing up, going to that door, and she's locking that door. And what came in my mind, I was like, now what next? I think, so I started thinking, where can I escape this stick? Because it's going to be really harder for me. They're going to cane me seriously here. So I looked at the window, and I said, Mama, I want first go near the window. There's something I'd forgotten there. So what I did, I went and opened that window, because that was my escape route. I wanted to escape through the window. I could dive through that window. So what happens? Mama gets after eating food I'd enjoyed. To just cut the story short a little bit, Mama, get the food and say, "Hey, my son, welcome back." And I was so happy, After eating, I saw Mama pulling out this stick called mingling stick. I don't know whether the audience will get it. Mulao. So she gets that mingling stick, and then she says, "Jackson, thanks for eating. Can you put the plate aside?" Jackson, I was told that this time you risked and you went in Chibanda. You went in local cinema. Do you remember so clearly I told you that not to go to local cinemas? Do you remember that? I told you there are bad things that happen in there. There are guys who smoke around. There are guys around there who are not really good to you. They will influence you otherwise. You'll become also part of them. You'll become part of the gangsters. And Mama pulls out a stick. Man, she caned me. But whenever she could come here, I could look straight to the window. How am I going to dive through that window? And then I just get out of that window, So I think that was my dangerous moment when they gave me a stick. Man, I screamed. Instead of crying, I just screamed. "Ah!" And it was really something that brought the neighbors around. They were like, "Hey, church again, Amma. So what's happening there? Are they killing someone? What's going on there?" But that was my worst moment ever.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.
Do you know that when you are still a child, it's really hard for you to realize that you are into adolescence. So some things happen without you knowing. You find yourself disobeying. You find yourself doing crazy things, not knowing that most of the times parents tell us, "Stop doing this. This is bad." And please, and the way they talk to us, you feel like they are punching you. Until you grow up or until you reach that time, and they are like, "Man, adolescence is really bad." That's where
You have actually answered the next question that we are going to go to. Because the next question was, like, how do you discover that Munai, I think I've reached the stage of adolescence. You don't discover. Bakugamba, you're in adolescent stage. Me, that's my life. Kind of a little story about him. For him, he used to be in the Chibanda. I think 14 is really a very difficult stage, and that is around Form 2, I think. Form 2, Form 3. Those are the most dangerous classes, even in high school.
I think
Eh.
it has classes, levels.
levels.
Because
So
a,
that
P,
is Pro Max.
a P1 can't have the same one with a senior 2 or a P7 one. Because the way I think it comes with the way you think, your kichwa.
Sharpness. Because me about the Chibanda, me I used to watch from the small holes outside, but let them just find you. You know what's up. Though most times I used to dedicate, I go to the guy, I tell him, Kat, do you know what? I can help you with cleaning these chairs. Then I watch for free the whole day.
Do you know that not only even going to Chivanda, but also refusing to do housework, disobeying,
That's also come with consequences.
yeah,
Not bathing.
not bathing, you don't want to shower, you don't want to shower. They tell you to shower. You go to the bathroom and they call it covering. You just get the water and do that.
I have a brother. Even I think those ones who do kabazimbi even help you. I have a brother. I'm the last born, but the second born. For him, he used to go in the bathroom and put his towel there and put music. So I will be outside watching because me I used to always be close to him. So I will watch him. I would not see any water pouring. I would not feel any water pouring. For a long time, he's listening to his music. Then after like 10 minutes, you start hearing water. Yet the guy is pouring water on the walls. On the walls. Then after, guy comes out dry. Then you ask him, why are you so dry? What is the use of a towel?
I used to study with a guy, and we used to have records, and for me, I used to shower. I used to take, I think, seconds. I could, oh yes, I could have that record in the whole school, so I could use seconds. So that what is going to the bathroom, count. 1, 2 is is out. Is out. So this guy. So we had another guy who had a record, and he's like, you know what? For me, I don't shower the day. The day. After the day we go back at home. No showering. And that guy doesn't what? Smell. Nothing. Nothing. And
How comes that you didn't smell?
Why?
That's,
Yeah, maybe explain to us that.
how comes? Do I know what he was using?
No.
They used
We used to have a belief. Boys are bathed at night by God. So I don't know how it happens. Maybe science should help us explain that. How a boy does not bathe, because even there is a time in P7 there we had competitions as in boarding school. Had competition. Guy was like, me I can go 3 weeks not bathing and I will not smell. We were like, okay. Yeah. You sweat, we play football, we do everything. You run around. We even used to play kauna, kakebe, manya, all those things. 3 weeks non-stop. P7, you go to class, you come back, don't bathe. And the guy wasn't smelling. He doesn't have perfume. He doesn't have deodorant. We got to know those things later there. After. Maybe some people have natural deodorant. But anyway, so just know we can talk up to tomorrow. I know. So we have a few minutes, but let us wind up these things. Like, let us talk about this dangerous part of adolescence. What are the challenges that come with adolescence? To you, okay, because me, I'm still undergoing through this stage. I don't know what I will come out with. But probably you guys have gone through this and have seen it all. What were those challenges that came with this stage? ezezakulemesa, maybe it brought up conflicts, it made you not go through what you had to do. Yeah, bichi, what went wrong?
The first thing the first thing it made me act like a boy. I used to even not even acting, even the look, everything, the outfit, the walking style, everything. Eh? The way I trim my hair, I used to act like a boy. I used to love being a tomboy. First, it made me famous. Yeah, it made me famous, but and it helped me not to start a relationship so early. But still, it it had something really challenging, because the girls used to backbite me and like, we don't want to share things with you because you're like a boy, and they used to even tell me at school like, do you really take in Jaga? Like that thing of, because I'm like, yeah, that all of that stuff. So that was really challenging. Yeah.
Someone else? Jackson, yes. Well, what consequences did it all bring?
Well, for me, one thing that okay, the consequences behind that was it was it was I could receive a lot of canes. I could just receive a lot of canes. Actually, my kabambam did not survive at all because of sticks. And you see, so that was actually the challenge behind my adolescent stage. Yeah, and maybe just to add on that, um, just to buy on other stages that I went through. That was a time when we were going to a garden. We were going to get some cassava. Of course, we were hungry, so we were going to get some cassava. But the garden was not ours actually. So I team up with these young boys who we were the same age. So we go there to get cassava. So when the guys got us, the owner of that garden got us in the garden when we are pulling that cassava from that ground. Man, that was another cane. The guy has to chase us. He has to run after us like crazy. When he got us, man, it was crazy. He had to put us down. He gave us like 50 sticks, and we could not survive that. You see, so I think that was another challenge. Cane was man too much on my body.
Uh, that is very interesting. I think some addition, Gloria.
Jackson's story had made me remember something. Uh, I remember when I was it in P1, I used to be it's called metal. Yeah, metal. Yeah, it's called metal. So one day, the whole class was shouting. I was even sleeping. The whole class was shouting. Then the teacher came inside. I was like, who was shouting? They all pointed at me, sleeping. Because they knew I could go there for all the class. So that day, they caned me. They said, I'm going to cane you 5, yours. Then everyone 1. Then after 5, they told the whole class, we are going to cane you, make a like, say, no, that one is a metal. I said, oh yeah, I'm a metal. So yeah, for the whole class. The teacher was so mad, and he stood up and started opening my dress to see if I have something. It was only my knicker, because I never used to put on a petticoat. So it was only my knicker, and he just said, okay, if you're a metal, let me see if this one will, you'll be still a metal. Then he just hit my head with a big stick, like here, like this, on my head. I just, I was standing to go sit, just hit me like this. I just remained like this. Then after I cried, yay! They took me to the hospital, but they didn't even have a cure. They just placed like a tube there. I went home for a whole week sleeping, but I will never forget that day. Yeah, adolescent.
Adolescence. Just know, I think me also, the little time I've been in adolescence, the consequences have disappointed my parents a lot. Doing the contrary, since I'm the last born, they expect a lot. Because there is even a time I killed a neighbor's duck as idle, and this other lady, I was home, I was on loitering, I saw a duck. There were four. So I was like, I started hitting them, they were running. So I was like, ha, you guys think I'm stupid. So I got a stone, I was aiming at this one, but I looked at the other one, showing the other guy I'm not on you, but as on him. I I was going to shoot this one, I just chained pa on the head. Ta pa. I ran, I hid, they came for me. LC1 meeting. The whole neighborhood, the whole village, they called me. We were somewhere like Mutungo, there outside. Then they sat my parents down. They were like, if your boy does not change the manners, we are going to chase you out of the village. Imagine at that age, making your parents to be chased out of the village. So I really regret that time. Like, I disappointed my parents a lot. And I also I was like, even when I sit back, I was like, that was me. That was me. Because even I had started up a ninjas group. I would collect kids on the village. I would teach them boxing. I would put stones in sacks. Then I would even tie their legs. I used to watch Karate Kid. Then I would tie their legs. Then I would pull so that they can make 180. So I used to be dangerous. Then I used to have a bicycle. So I used to go uphill, then knock all the children around in the area, mania goats. So all parents would complain. But up to now, I would say, why would you put your parents in such a situation? That brings me to my next point. Like, as your parents, like, I'm sure you guys are parents, how would you? I'm very, very sure you guys are parents. You have reached that part. How would you handle an adolescent so that they cannot reach all those things that you guys reached into? How would you groom, like, how would you raise up an adolescent person that you grow up, your child will be like, so he has now reached 9 years, I should handle this person like this? Yes.
I think parent glory, huh? Then you get to-
Well, uh, well, uh, well, well. For me, I would not consider myself as a biological father, but I will consider myself as a spiritual father. Well, for me, this is the way I came about handling an adolescent. Let me say a girl, either a boy. So the first thing that I was taught when I was young was my mother used to. There's a way that my mother used to see. She used to see actually what I like so much. Mention it if the time she caned me, if I would go back again to my story, the time she caned me of going to local cinemas, I learned a lot from that. But when she realized that actually Jackson goes to cinema halls or local chibanda, she instead went and purchased a TV. That was it was a black and white TV actually that we've ever had in our family. So when she purchased it, she brought it at home. It was very huge in size, a black and white TV. So I could sit, but guess what? This we could not. I could not watch the real movie, but instead I could watch the news. And for me as a spiritual father, maybe a spiritual father of many children out there, I would say that this is the way you have to handle a child. When you need to first know, what this child like, because you will know that this child like football, like Mr. Andrew here. He talked of when he was young child, he used to like playing football so much. So this is the only way you have to know. You have to know what your child is about. If your child stage is he likes so much playing soccer, then try to figure out how you can handle it. And this is the way I've been handling it. I first read the mind of this child. If I know that she's very stubborn, I will come in that stubbornness way as well. If she's funny, I will also be funny. I will make jokes with her or will make jokes with him. Like I remember one day I met this young child. She was playing in a muddy area, and then I looked at her so closely, and then I came close to her, and I was like, what is this?" And she was like, "I'm playing in a swimming pool." And I say, "But this is not a swimming pool." Okay, I think let me also remove my sandals, and I also entered in that same water. So we started playing, and we started playing. But during that process of playing, I could uh, I could actually teach her. I could teach her that in this water that you're playing in, there are some little germs in there, and once you play in this water, the germs will enter your legs. So this girl understood understood my point, and then time went on. She started changing because it was a habit. She used to go whenever it rained. She just get in that water. It was like a habit. So as a father, you need to know your child. First know your child before you pick out that mingling stick, then you cane that person. No, first understand your child so clearly. If your child like hanging around with a lot of boys and girls, first know the cause. First go about it and see where this young child come from. Why does he mingle up with boys and girls around here? Be there, be also a helper. Or you can even say, you know what? I think we're going to play soccer with your friends, the gang boys that you move around with. Let's go and play soccer with them. You also participate with them, play soccer with them as a father. That's the only way you can deal with adolescent. Yeah, according to my understanding. We have parents over here, Gloria and Andrew. They can also share something.
The best way of you know raising up your child is giving her gifts or giving him gifts. You know, two, giving giving your child attention. You know, um, this happens a lot. Sometimes when we parents talk to our children, they're like, we don't love them, that kind of. But when your mom or your dad is talking to you, you have to listen. When they are stopping you from doing something, listen, because they are seeing far. They are seeing what you are not seeing. They went through, so they know the good thing in it, they know the bad things in it. You get my point? So it's really so hard someone to know that I'm into adolescence. A guy, oh, they're telling you don't put those minis, and you're like, it's kekali kumulembe. You get, don't put, it's your parents can tell you it's too much makeup, and you're like, man, oli mukadde, you are not understanding this. This is a new generation. So even the way you reply, you are just killing it. Like, you are not getting your parents' point. Uh, and another thing is, there's something that I wanted to explain, but I'm just forgetting about it. But it's like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, what's happening now in our generation, like the youths. So the way we dress. mm, and the swag, the hair swag, man. One ekigundi. We had stamina, and they brought up smiley chi, dreads. Everyone wants to, to do dreads. Yes. So you talk to a boy, you're like, man, it's not good to, to do that. And there are some parents who are free with it, but when your dad is not okay with it, don't do it. Okay, don't do it. He knows why, because in the clan or in something, they don't want it because it's going to shame your parents. So uh, also you need to listen to your parents. We parents, attention that we give to and that's what drives us. The attention that we give to our children, the love. I know. Let me first explain attention. So when I come to you, like I see you, I'm talking to you. I want you to change. I'm giving you my attention. I want you to change. I'm telling you, don't do this. I need you to change. So the gifts that I'm buying, like I'm buying, like it's like I'm buying your relationship. Like, I want you to come closer to me. Like, I'm giving you a smile. That love. So when I come to you, I'm like, I'm also, don't do this. You listen. That loves me. He's telling me this. You get my point.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We call him Papa Andrew. I've really learned a lot. I've really learned a lot. But maybe also a little bit, maybe to on the side for this to represent the youth. As a youth, maybe to the parents. Yeah, I would like to agree with all of them. Listen to your kids sometimes. Create that bond, because one thing that has created adolescents to be a lot of more dangerous because the kids are left alone to live it, which we call generation gap. Parents are too busy doing their work and the kids are too busy living their lives.
That's the threshold
Yeah, the attention. That's why I'm. So yeah, then a little bit to go back on Jackson's point, the talent wise. If you discover your kid has a talent, support that talent. Occupy them with that talent. In occupying them with that talent, they will not undergo some things which were supposed to go. This is a live testimony. Before joining the Voice of Talent, that's why how I did all those things that I've been telling you, the dangerous ones. But from the time I joined Voice of Talent, that was 2014, there are some things I wouldn't do because I'll be occupied with dance practice. By 2, I have to be at the dance practice because I wake up that time, that morning time, I'm home. Chores. After chores, I'm at the dance practice. After dance practice, I'm home. I'm tired. I will not go anywhere. What can you do with that time? And by that, I manage. Thanks to the Voice of Talent that I managed to to survive most things to that. So this is also an advert going out to all those guys. Your parents, if you have your kid and they have different talents, here at the Voice of Talent, the mother of the youth chat, we groom talent. So if you discover your kid has a talent, bring them. Here we have great coaches, great teachers, great spiritual fathers, and they will be well and good as long as the adolescent stage is still there. So a simple 1-2 tip words to the youth, and we wind up because we are time bad.
My one word that I will pass out to you is that please cooperate with your parents. That's the first thing. Just listen to them. Listen to them. When they tell you something, listen to them. If you want them to love you, just listen to them because these parents are here to guide us. You know that? So that's my simple advice to you. Thank you very much, moderator.
Just have good friends and right friends who can guide you and who can help you out when you're going astray. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
One thing I think I'm gonna say too. One is uh, before doing what you want, be careful. Um, be careful and also know where you come from. Don't forget where you come from. Manajova. Manajova. So yeah, I just like the swag that we have these days. Yeah, and another thing is listen to the parents. If the parent is not on your side, try to find a way of cooling down. Cool down, man. Tochamuka nyo. A parent is a parent, right? He may not agree with you, and you know the point. But just give him respect and do your things aside, but don't disrespect your parents. Salute to every youth there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all. So, yeah, me, I have one thing to say to the youths. I'm still in the adolescent stage. Me and you know what we are going on, but there's only one thing that we have to do so that we can survive. Do not rush life. In that, go step by step. We shall reach the tip and peak of the mountain. But otherwise, thank you very much for being with us. We remain the youth chat straight out at the Voice of Talent. Click and hit that bell on the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, leave something in the comment box because we shall get back to you. So, thank you very much for staying with us. Catch us back next time or ever.